Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you all are having an amazing day. And I wanted to kick off today's video with today's quote, Louise Hay's daily affirmation quote of the day, because it fit in so well with what I wanted to talk about. And it says, "Inside of me lie all the answers to all the questions I shall ever ask." And that is so true when you truly are your best friend, when you really are there for yourself, when you know what that means, and when you want to live a life of alignment, when the way you act, the things you do, the things you say and believe are all lined up. If you want to live a life like that, it's imperative you become your own best friend. And I can tell you from my experience, I was so disconnected to myself. I thought all my answers came from outside of me or had to come from outside of me. I think we all know deep down that, our heart's desires, I think we all know them, but in ways we ignore them because we want to follow our will, knowing it may not be the best path for us. We make the wrong choice. And when you start to ignore these heart's desires and these callings, then you get kind of further and further away from yourself as a friend. And being so far away from yourself as a friend and not knowing really who you are or the basics of what you want and things like that. Well, in my case, I was doomed. So one of the biggest things that has helped me heal and overcome so many challenges in my life is starting to get to know myself and trust myself and believe in myself and not have to hear it from other people and not believe people whether they tell me it's a good thing or it's a bad thing or whatever it is, that I know it's true to what I want and that this has become the most important thing. Instead of pleasing others or believing them or looking outside of them for the answers. And so it's really simple, becoming your own best friend, and it feels silly and you may not know the first steps or what to do, but it really is just being kind to yourself, being so kind to yourself and forgiving yourself for all the times that you didn't listen to yourself and you thought you knew better and all those things. Being in the present moment with yourself and listening to those desires that are deep inside your heart's calling, whatever you want to call it, things that you've always hoped to be able to do and maybe never thought you could, because you didn't have the right support. And that support starts with your own self, which is amazing because once you open that door, then the possibilities are endless, limitless. So what I wanted to share to you is just today is just a few ideas of how to start being your best friend. And one huge part of becoming a friend to anyone, yourself or somebody else, is trust. And maybe if you've been out of alignment like myself, like I was for so long, you do things on a daily basis that go against that trust. You say, okay, next week I'm going to start my yoga practice. And then you absolutely don't even plan it or schedule it or really commit to it. It's just like a fleeting, in that moment you thought this is a really good idea. This is going to be good for my health. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it next week. and then you don't, and then you break that promise that you made to yourself, and you do that over and over and over again, and then you lose yourself as a friend, as a trust. You lose trust in yourself. And being your own best friend is building up that trust again. So, and this is another thing that so many people make the mistake of, me included, for so many years, is trying to do the most. I'm going to be my best friend tomorrow, and it's going to be amazing. But it's really just, again, these little steps that you can take in making small promises to yourself that you know you can keep. Maybe even start with something you already do once a week or twice a week, and start that way. And just, your body will know that you're keeping these little promises to yourself, and then the little promises become bigger promises, to where you don't want to lie to yourself anymore. You don't feel good when you do it, and it becomes a whole new world, I tell you, I promise you. And it really, like, I think I just always find myself saying it starts with little steps. And that is the best advice I have for anything. And map it out, plan it out. But step one, what's that quote? I always mess them up somehow, but I always, they come to mind when I talk about things that I love. And it is, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with step one, or something like that. So I'm going to leave you with that today, my friends. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. I so appreciate it. I love your comments and your being here. And I'll see you soon. Bye.